What's going on, guys? It's your boy Dev back with another one of these Dokkan Malvis. Today we're talking about AGL Super Vegito, how he performed in his meta, how he performed when he got his EZA in that specific meta, and how he performs in today's meta. What's good, what's bad, you guys know all the usual. So let's get straight into it. So AGL Super Vegito comes out in 2016 on both versions, which means that Super Battle Road is literally a year away on JP, and 2 years away on global. So to say the least, the hardest difficult content in the game, if I'm not incorrect, is Dokkan events. In and of that Dragon Ball Z Broly Dokkan event, I believe. And to say the least, this guy performed well inside his specific meta because the meta that he was in was the OG leaders ended up the 3 key and 3000 attack meta, and the God Leader meta ended up the 3 key and 7% of the stats meta for their specific typing. So for the God Leaders meta slash OG Leader meta, this guy performed quite well. In it of the fact that this guy was sitting right next to the best unit in the game at the time, in it of Super Gogeta. Super Gogeta dominated the game. Effective against all types, amazing link set, amazing leader skill. He had immense, big deal. So if this guy is sitting right next to the best offensive unit in the game in it at the time of Super Gogeta, and he was the best defensive unit in the game at the time, being a counter unit and gaining 80% damage reduction on his on normal attacks, this guy was doing quite well. So this guy was sitting slot 1, super attack, buff up STR Gogeta's attack because he gives 30% attack for 1 turn to all allies, and he had damage reduction, countered, linked up well with him with Prepare for Battle and Prepare for Battle, Fuse Fighter, Super Saiyan, Golden Warrior, right? Yes, yeah, they share those links. So those two sharing quite a bit of links, him being a counter unit, a tank, and buffing Gogeta's attack made him quite a formidable unit for 2016. And if I'm not incorrect, I believe this was one of the best rotations in the game at the time of the 2016 meta. Correct me if I'm wrong, of course. Now, how does he look when he is EZA'd back in 2019/2020 for global, of course? So I would say this is probably the most upsetting EZA at the time. This was probably the most botched EZA at the time, considering the fact that they did this. This is not good. Having to gain his defense when he gets hit is annoying, and I'm trying to understand why Dokkan did that. So I'll go ahead and give my reasoning on why I think Dokkan did his EZA the way they did his EZA. So I think they did his EZA like this because, of course, back then, him being the best tank in the game at the time, they wanted to not have him be too powerful. So they went ahead and just gave him his defense when he gets hit, which is super annoying. It literally makes no sense because look how they're doing it, right? So, of course, he gains a damage reduction from normal attack still. People were thinking that this was going to turn into damage reduction, which I was one of the people that thought that this damage reduction from normal attacks was just going to turn into regular damage reduction, but it did not, which was super annoying. It's like if they're not going to give him the damage reduction outright, then they could have at least just started him off with attack and defense, which was really the play that Dokkan should have did, so he could have some sort of defense to fall back on when he takes a super. I'm not trying to say that he will be able to take a super today, of course, but back then, even if he had that sort of defense, it's like if he gained defense on super and had defense inside his passive, he would be a much better unit for the time. Not that he wasn't already a good unit, but he would just be a much better EZA unit. Because at the time, if I'm not incorrect, Ingenemba was still better than him. Yes. Ingenemba was still better than this guy. Yeah, he was running the game at the time, so when his EZA dropped, Ingenemba was better. It's like, you guys know when Ingenemba got replaced? This guy. This guy replaces Ingenemba. Yes? No? Yeah. I think Physical VB replaces Ingenemba at that specific time period. So, of course, going back on over to AGL Super Vegito, I think the thought process for Dokkan was, they're like, okay, we take a look at him pre-EZA, it's like, we look at his palette, we're like, alright, we're going to have him get hits. Like, they're already thinking that, of course, he's a slot 1 unit in their mind. They think that he's a slot 1 unit because he gains 80% damage reduction from normal attacks. Okay, so he gains 80% damage reduction from normal attacks for sitting in the first slot and countering, and he buffs up the whole turn for your allies by 30% attack. Alright, so they go with the fucking stupid idea of an EZA, and they buff this up by 5% instead of just giving them defense on super, which is fucking stupid. So They buff up his support type ability on a super attack effect. They give him attack and defense when he receives an attack. They give him this foreseeing enemy super attack, which I will argue is probably useless. It's useless for him because at the time, getting below 40% HP was not easy. It's not like today where you can just take a fucking super attack and be at 20% HP, right? But guys, it's not easy falling below this threshold during the Legendary Goku event / Battle Road meta. That shit was not easy. So, to say the least, him having this was super annoying. Because I feel like, if you think about it, he has damage reduction, and he's a counter unit that gains his defense when he gets hit. Yeah? But the only issue is that they want you to run him in slot 1, and that has a major issue, because what if he gets supered before he gets his defense? Because guess what, guys? Bosses, to this day, still super slot 1 most commonly. Whoa, what a big surprise. The big time boss is supering your slot 1 unit. Your most defensive unit is supposed to go into slot 1. So why the hell would they give him defense when he gets hit and leave this damage reduction against normal attacks here? I literally don't get the thought process. This guy takes a super back then against Ant UI Goku. He dies. Yeah, he dies. That's just, you're dead. You're getting your shit blasted. Because at the time, that was the strongest attack in the game. So, of course, I would say, to get that out the way, I feel like his EZA was probably the most underwhelming EZA of 2019/2020 for Global and JP, specifically because they went so light on him. But then next year, they dropped this guy's EZA. Why? Like, and then they make him crazy. Like, I don't get it. Why? What the fuck? I just don't. That. Okay. So to say the least, how did AGL Super Vegito perform in his specific meta of the long event / Battle Road meta? He performed well in Battle Road. I'm not gonna shit on him. I'm gonna give him his flowers. He performed well in Battle Road because even when he did take his hit, and even when he did take that super attack, it would leave you low, and it can give you a quote-unquote chance to get that 4C enemy super attacks off. That was just a chance. So, to say the least, I feel like he did quite fine inside Super Battle Road as a tank, and for the long event meta, I feel like he did quite well in the long event meta, considering the fact that you can go ahead and just slot 2 or 3 him, and just pray to the fucking heavens that you don't get super attacked. That's really just it. So, how does he perform inside the red zone meta? Don't run him. Now, you could make the case you can run him inside lower level red zone stages, like the lower level GT bosses red zone stages. You can run Dragon Ball Heroes red zone stages. Like, sure, you can run them in the lower level red zone stages if you don't have any other options, but really what matters is Cell Max and the higher level red zone stage. This guy's also on 200%. He's on the 200% leader skill, but he's not receiving the full 200%, if I'm incorrect. Yeah, he's not on a 200% leader skill as of right now. So, as of this video coming out. So, to say the least, he's not on no 200% leader skills, if I'm not incorrect. Accelerated Battle. Accelerated Battle does have one, but I think it's for the Gammas, right? Do a quick double check. No, there is no Accelerated Battle 200%. Okay. So, Battle of Wits doesn't have one at this current moment in time with this making this video. Final Trump card, no. Super Saiyans does, but I believe it's Andros has Cell Saga for that. Exchange Goku and Gohan. So to say the least, and Fuse Fighters, you have to have Kamehameha for the LR Super Saiyan 4. So he's on no 200% leader skills. It really doesn't make any sense to run this guy, because all the teams that he's on, well, besides Patara, but I mean, no, Patara got some solid options. I feel like all the teams he's on, it's literally just better options in this day and age. Honestly, he's just an old EZA unit that you really should not find any sort of reason to use him unless you have to use him. So, to say the least, in the red zone, is a clear hell no, okay? That's a clear hell no. Cell Max, he's fucking AGL. I feel like he would still get your ass killed with normal attacks. I'm gonna go ahead and try that today. I want to try him inside Cell Max. I'm pretty curious. But yeah, I feel like for Cell Max, he's still not gonna perform well. I think he's still gonna be a dead slot on the team. So, of course, I think we're gonna go ahead and talk about what's good, what's bad about him. Obviously, what's good about him was the fact that he was the best tank in the game at during 2016, and him sitting right next to STR Super Gogeta was actually pretty goddamn wicked, because these two as a combo was ridiculous. Best tank in the game, best offensive unit in the game at the time. I mean, guys, that's pretty goddamn good. Correct me if I'm wrong if this was not one of the best rotations in the game, and if this guy was not the best offensive unit in 2016, please let me know. I do not like to spread misinformation. So, of course, another good thing about this unit is that he was definitely a big help during the... What was that meta again? Oh, my bad, yes. The long event slash battle road meta. I feel like he was still a help in those metas, even though his EZA was superbly underwhelming. I would honestly say this is a top 10... This is a top 10, like, just... sad EZA. This EZA was just underwhelming as hell, to say the least. And, of course, I think that will really be about it. The fact that he was great in 2016, he helped after his EZA in 2019/2020. I think that's only real good things about him. Now, the bad thing about this unit is obviously his EZA was super underwhelming, and the fact that they did not change to just regular ass damage reduction. Why would they? It's like they feel like he'll be too powerful. Who cares? Janemba ran the fucking game for a year and a half. A year and a half is how long Janemba ran the damn game. Guys, you know how long Kalen Khalifa's reign was? That shit was over a year. A year, guys. You guys remember that? Boy, oh boy. Of course, I think that's only real bad things about him. He also has a solid link set. Prepare Battle Shock, Speed Fuse Fighter. That's a good link set. I gotta give that as one of the good things about him. But I think that's really about it. I appreciate you guys watching. You guys are the best. Thank you for all the support on my recent videos. You guys are all kings, queens, and whatever. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.